think of a guest or guests that suffer from scalp challenges such as psoriasis, eczema, dandruff, dry itchy scalp, especially in the wintertime, or overactive dry oily scalp, what about hair loss or thinning, anti-aging? Do you have guests that suffer from alopecia or stress-induced hair loss? Do you have guests that want to grow their hair longer, faster, thicker, and stronger? Well, today we're going to be sharing with you all about Awaken and how the Awaken therapeutic system is perfect for all scalp challenges. My name is Dawn McKee and I'm the Surface Hair Artistic Ambassador, and today I'm going to take you through the steps of a scalp facial, as well as I will take you through some hot tips for cutting and finishing fine and thinning hair. An Awaken scalp facial is the perfect treatment to be able to jumpstart the Awaken therapeutic system and to care for your scalp all year long. The first step to the scalp facial will be working with the Awaken elixir. The Awaken elixir will be the pre-treatment that we use prior to shampooing or prior to our treatment drops to be able to help prepare the way for these therapeutic treatments. Right at the scalp, allowing that to rest for at least 1 minute. After the elixir has rested for 1 minute, we'll then use 2 lathers of our Awaken therapeutic shampoo. The saw palmetto oil will help reduce DHT, as well as the capsicum, menthol, and mint will help to stimulate blood flow to the scalp and to help begin the cell turnover. The second lather will be massaged on the scalp for 1 minute. After we've rinsed away the shampoo, we'll be then applying the Awaken mask. We'll use about a nickel size on the scalp to ends and massage for 7 minutes. Once we've rinsed the mask, we'll again use our Awaken elixir, misting it onto the scalp and allowing it to rest for 1 minute. This can also be used every single day following our scalp facial to provide nutrients needed way down into the hair follicle. After we have applied our elixir and it's rested for 1 minute, we'll then apply our Awaken therapeutic drops. I like to concentrate into that horseshoe up onto the top, or any areas where there's a noticeable hair loss or psoriasis or scalp challenge. And we can apply this easily by opening the top and just allowing that to line through that top area, massage, and let it stay in. For our leave-in conditioner and then to prepare the hair for cutting, we'll use our Awaken mist. The Awaken mist has babassu oil in it for hydration, amaranth protein for strength. It also has the added benefit of saw palmetto fibers that help to visibly thicken the hair. We'll mist this into the hair so that as we are cutting, it's protecting and strengthening the hair itself, as well as protecting my tools. For our haircut today, we'll be working with our windswept haircut from our core cutting collection. The windswept is our bob line, being just above the shoulders, our all one length. We'll be working with techniques specifically designed for finer hair types. So with that, we'll begin in our nape section. We'll use our target parting to section across from mid-ear to mid-ear. We'll then work from top of the ear to top of the ear. And at that point, we'll then treat the entire head as it's a whole, taking our section all the way around from temple to temple. From there, we'll let everything fall in its natural fall. We'll be using a combination of our shear and our razor to be able to create a firm line on the length on the bottom before we soften it over top. We've used our target parting to work our parting across from middle of the ear to middle of the ear. And with my comb, I'll hold the hair in place. I'll be over directing the corners in the red zone so that there are no length to pop up. As we pull the hair down, we'll take our shear and we'll cut from the center to the left, and we'll cut from center to the right. We'll continue creating a firmer perimeter line here. When hair is fine, we need to create that strong outer perimeter. Again, we're over directing here in the corners. We'll be using our swivel shear. We're going to cut from the center to the left, and we'll cut from center to right. Now that we've created a strong outer perimeter, We'll start working with our razor to soften the line over top. If this section was still too soft to work with my razor, I would again work with my shear. We'll begin with the razor here in the back, and then in through the sides we'll use our shear again to create that blunt outer line. Always paying attention to the amount of hair that we're working with and deciding whether we'll use our scissor or our razor. We'll begin by taking the hair just behind the ear and gathering it to the center. The elevation I'm using is less than 45 degrees just to soften that outer line. We'll look for our guide from our previous section and work from the back to the front, cutting the hair in the direction we want it to move. We'll be connecting the dots from the back to our front cheater's guide, taking our shear and working from back to front, always working in the direction that we want that hair to move. Our last step with the perimeter is to allow the hair to fall in its natural fall, keeping the part line in mind. Hair just behind the ear and drawing it to the center back. We'll begin swing cutting from the center. We'll continue on through the sides. Beginning on the softer side, I'll be using my surface swivel shear, as this hair may still be too soft to work with the razor. Cutting from the back to the front, always cutting in the direction that I want that hair to move. As there is more hair on the heavier side of the part, I'm going to go ahead and use my surface razor. This will allow me to soften the hair over the top, swinging that hair as I gather it, moving from the back of the right side to the front. To create volume in the crown area, we'll be using our Surface RZ Fine Blender. We'll work in vertical sections through the black zone, being mindful of that ridge line as I tip my comb in where I can see it. We'll go ahead and lift the hair. I'll make sure to look for that bend in the hair, never cutting below the bend as it'll cause the hair to poke out. As I work above the bend, I can glide that hair in through the end of the section. We'll do this twice more, once in through the right corner and in through the left. To work our frame, we'll be working with our surface swivel contour shear, giving us a firmer frame to support the haircut. I'll look at my eyeline, cheekbone, lip line, and jawline to be able to decide where I'll draw that line to. When we complete our frame, I'll work on the softer side of the part first, tipping my blade in towards the cheek, and then just working to be able to walk my shear, just taking a small amount of hair out to be able to help support. Now that we've completed our style, let's give it a little extra thickness by adding our Awaken thickening cream. We can also add this in the beginning when we're working with our styling from wet. However, I'm going to choose here to take just a pea size and work it just through the ends where I might need it most. Should you choose to use a flat iron or a curling iron at this point, be sure to keep the temperature at 400 degrees or lower to protect the hair. You can also use your Awaken thickening hairspray to be able to protect as a thermal protectant while finishing for curl setting or as a final finish. As you can see, by creating that blunt outer perimeter and allowing the hair to fall soft over the side, we create more weight for this haircut. The Awaken system is a completely drug-free system that creates beautiful, longer, stronger, fuller, thicker, faster growing hair, as well as takes care of all scalp challenges, that dandruff, psoriasis, eczema, dry, itchy scalp, oily scalp. And we can do it with just 9 products. So enjoy the Awaken system and enjoy Awaken fine and thinning hair cutting techniques. For more advanced knowledge, make sure to visit our Vimeo channel at vimeo.com/surfacehair or our website at surfacehair.com and go to our Surface University where you can become certified in our Awaken system.